Hey yo, what's going on with the viewers of the tube? Tyler here of Chico Crypto, not coming to you in my studio, not live, but out in a backyard once again. It's been a while since I've posted, a little over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks since I've been on the tube. And yeah, it was after a pretty emotional video. I was tired, I was exhausted, and I needed to take a mental health break. But before we get into, what's going on with me and what I'm going to be doing with the channel, let's talk a little bit about crypto, because this is a crypto channel and I'm sure you guys want to hear about my thoughts on the markets. So yeah, we were hanging around, 50, 47K before I left, and just a few days ago, we dropped hard. We dropped down to that 42K level. As of right now, we were sitting around 43,000, 43,500. I might post this video tomorrow, so we could have dropped a little more or pumped a little bit, but probably not much. We're probably going to be around that same level. It's not good, Bitcoin is looking bearish all around. The bears are out in full force, and people, confidence, fear, and greed, fear is its maximum level right now. I could feel this coming on. Like, I almost have a feeling that my mind is in tune with the markets, because whenever I start feeling sad and depressed, it seems like Bitcoin starts to freaking take off a cliff. And that happened once again. So Ethereum's down, it's back under 4,000, about 3,500. Altcoins are getting crushed, and in my opinion, altcoins are probably going to get hit pretty hard across the board. There are some that are breaking out here and there, but that could be considered exit liquidity, you guys. Be careful of those altcoin pumps when Bitcoin is in an extreme downtrend, because a lot of the big whale holders, they are looking for exit liquidity, and the only way to do that is to get people to think the price is going to go up. You need buyers for a lot of sellers. So of course, be careful of altcoins right now. It's not the best time, in my opinion, to be buying them, but there is some good stuff going on with altcoins right now, even though the markets are so down. So there was a big airdrop. OpenDAO SOS did an airdrop for OpenSea holders, you guys. And a lot of people made out big on it. There were some big multi-thousand-dollar airdrops to peoples. I don't know if they're in the millions. I haven't been paying attention to the markets that much, honestly, you guys. But when I heard about the airdrop, I was like, oh, I'll go check to see if I got any. But this is kind of, in my opinion, big. It was kind of a vampire attack against OpenSea. So it's almost going to force OpenSea to, do their own airdrop, in my opinion. OpenSea has already said that they aren't necessarily going to do an IPO. There was news that OpenSea was going to go the Coinbase route and do an IPO, but they said that they aren't going to, and they're going to do what's best for the community. And now that, OpenDAO has released the SOS token, I highly think OpenSea is going to be doing an airdrop, you guys. So if you've used OpenSea, probably many of you have, for NFTs, you're probably going to be getting an airdrop, in my opinion. They're going to be airdropping, coming out with a token. But if you haven't, I would recommend it, because OpenSea has their hand forced. And they said that, they aren't necessarily going to go, the IPO route, and they're going to do what's best for their community. There was some other good stuff out in the markets here recently. NFTs are taking off. Of course, Eminem, he bought himself a Bored Ape Yacht Club. So, that just crossed 1 billion in total volume. But again, you guys, like I said about altcoins in this type of market, NFTs, be careful, you guys. If the markets go down, NFTs are not going to be immune to it. And the thing with NFTs is it's not like a token where you have a exchange or a liquidity pool, which you can exit a large portion of your position without, much damage done, much slippage or whatever. With NFTs, you have to have a buyer for that NFT. There has to be a buyer on the other end. If you don't have a buyer, then it's, you're not going to sell it. So a lot of people could be become left, you know, with worthless pieces of junk. And that is going to happen if the markets do take a big downturn. So, do I think the markets are going to take a big downturn? Well, I said this in a video before I left, that the November pump, where we, you know, pumped up to 65,000 once again, could have been, you know, the time, the exit liquidity, the last hurrah for, you know, some of these entities to cover their bases. Everyone knows Tether. You know, I've talked about it on multiple occasions, and the Evergrande crisis, the Chinese commercial paper crisis that's going on. There could have been a pump to pay off that, and now they're dumping the coins, you know, to, well, a pump not to pay off. Yes, of course, they needed that, but the pump was to get people to start, you know, buying, and now that the markets are going down, they're slowly exiting their positions to get the cash to pay back. That's possible. That's just a theory of mine. It's by no means, you know, what's going on, you guys. So now let's talk a little bit about Chico Crypto. So am I going to continue doing content on the regular? I don't know, you guys. I had to put out a video to just update you guys on, you know, what I am doing. Again, I'm not feeling the greatest, you know. I've taken almost 3 weeks off, and I haven't got my mind any clearer on where I want to go or what I want to do. I'm still freaking tired. I'm exhausted. I have been in, you know, curled up in a ball in bed for most days. I've had a few good days, but the majority of the days over the past 2-3 weeks have been me pretty damn depressed. Today I'm feeling a little bit better, and I am taking steps to get myself better, but I did fall back into a bunch of bad habits, you guys. I fell back into smoking weed again. I fell back into drinking more than a few, sometimes 3 energy drinks a day, and I fell back into smoking cigarettes again. Terrible idea. Terrible idea. I have no, you know, I don't hate on people that smoke weed at all, but I used to smoke a shit ton, and I loved it, you know. But as of lately, since my car accident, I cannot smoke without it making me feel absolutely terrible. And also, cigarettes. The devil, you guys. I started smoking again about 3 weeks ago, right before I left from the channel, after, you know, quitting in May, which was one of the hardest things I've ever done. And now I have to do it all over again. Oh, oh, I don't even want to do it, you guys. But today, I had my last one. I destroyed a whole pack of cigarettes, put it in the sink, water all over it, tore it up, threw it in the trash. Should have just put gasoline or something, burned it. But yeah, I started smoking again. Oh, yay, Tyler, so cool of you. No. And energy drinks. Now, those weren't that hard for me to quit. Caffeine, I quit those more than a few days ago. Might have affected my mental clarity a little bit. But I actually did go see a psychiatrist, and they did recommend me some medication, antidepressants, so I started taking that today. And I actually did do a ketamine infusion a few days ago. As you guys know, there are some, it's FDA approved to treat resistant depression, and I've tried, you know, other antidepressants before, and I was feeling extremely bad yesterday, you guys. Extremely bad over the past couple days, and yeah, I had to pull myself out with that. Ketamine does some wonders for pulling you out of a dark place and getting your thoughts clear, you guys. So again, my thoughts on the markets are Bitcoin, I don't think it's going to necessarily get dumped that hard. I'm sure they've been able to get the liquidity they needed if they do need to pay off some debts through the last month and a half or so. I'm still holding majority of my alts. I did cash out a little bit of Ohm, which was probably a stupid idea actually, because now I'm going to have to pay short-term capital gains when I could have just held it a little longer and I could have paid long-term. But I did cash out a little bit of Ohm, just in case, you know. And yeah, you guys, I mean, don't feel bad for cashing out. Don't feel bad, you know, for exiting the markets. Do what you have to do to make yourself happy, because happiness is what we need, and we only get one life. Cheers, you guys. I'll see you next time.